Okay, now let's go ahead and define the local storage functions to use for these buttons here. So right now they're not going to do anything. Go ahead and open up factory.js and start typing away. This is what we're going to add onto app.factory, and we're going to call it storage service. And we're going to include the root scope, and inside this what we want to do is first we're going to define a function to see if the local storage is supported in the browser, because all browsers may not have it. And the way we're going to do that with a try catch statement. So if it's true, it's going to return true if local storage is in window, and the window is the global object in the browser. Window local storage is not null, otherwise catch the exception, and you can log it if you want. Log and return false. So if you go in your console, you can do window local storage. See as it comes up, so there with Chrome obviously it's included in the works. Some other browsers may not have this. And now with local storage, you have commands like these. Remove item, and I'm going to specify quiz, which is the item here, and watch it disappear. Now we don't have any more storage, so if you can't see this, let's try this again. And for saving something, we would do window local storage dot save set item. So we'd call it a key, any key here, quiz, and then an object. So this will be what has your answers. And see if it's set. There you go, it's set. So now this is typing it in the inspector. Now let's go ahead and implement this in the code. So now we have this function. We can do if storage supported, return, and this is where we'll have their get, save, and remove functions. So do get function, and we'll have to pass a key, return local storage, get item. I'll do save function key, and then the data will be the answer, questions and answers. Local storage set item, key in the data. And now we need don't forget those commas, remove function key. So these are equivalent to the commands I just showed you inside the inspector. Local storage dot remove item key. Okay. Now these aren't going to work right away. You still have to implement them in the controller. So let's go ahead into the controller and add the first save question onto the scope scope save questions. Do storage service save quiz scope quiz. Now remember, all the questions and answers are here in the scope quiz, because after the initial load, it gets it from the quiz get data factory, and this time we're going to save it through here. So let's see if that works. Go to create and save questions, make sure that's correct. Save questions. Okay. Oh, and let's not forget one more thing. Since we created a new factory and called it storage services, we have to inject it into the controller. So in your app.controller main controller, make sure you add it here. Storage service. So let's find out what happens here. Actually, let's also do a console log to see if it's saving. Console log saving. Refresh. And just for the heck of it, let's add a new item. Add, and hit save. So it's saving. And go ahead, let's go on to check inside what it saved. So there we go. Here's our quiz object. Now with AngularJS, this may look like it's working, but actually it's not working the right way. So I'll tell you about that in a little bit. So let's add the load function, scope dot load questions. Function scope quiz, and we called it what was it? Storage service dot get quiz. Okay, and while we're here, we can add the clear questions. Right, that's what we called it. Oh no, yeah. Wait, no, remove. Yeah, it's remove, so we're going to use that function. Let's log it to see if it's working. Clearing. And storage service dot remove quiz. Save, and let's see what's going on now. So if it's saved, we should be able to load it, right? Refresh the page. We have it here. It's in our local storage. Load. Whoa, 31 questions. That's totally not right. So obviously something's wrong here. Let's see if we can clear it. Clear. Well, at least the clear is working. So why would that happen? Well, that's one of the cons with AngularJS, but the way you have to add it is a little different, so I'll show you next section how to improve that part.